Good afternoon, good evening. Top of the time zone, I'm Alan C. You're with Johnnie J in the house, president and station manager of Innervision FM. You're not going to want to miss today's podcast here on the Innervision FM universe. Brought to you by Colorado Art Relief Fund, Eeny Meeny Grants, Bonfils Foundation, and Christian Brothers Moving Company, based in Englewood, Colorado, Phoenix, Arizona, also in the great state of Texas.
Oh my God.
That's who we love, and that's who we serve.
It's running now? Yes. Hi, everybody. This is the Godfather Soul James Brown. I tell you, this business is on. My man is on. Check them out. This is the Godfather Soul James Brown saying stay with it and hit it. Okay, thank you.
Okay.
Dare you?
We are here. We are here. Ah, man. Well, it's been an interesting 48 hours. If you caught the last show, I was playing the intro, and the people were still talking in the background, thinking like, well, the thing's playing. So I just figured like, well, maybe the music's not up loud enough. But Ira forgot to check the sound so people can hear the sound. And it's like, oh man, it's like, but it sounded good.
Yeah, I was going to ask you, how'd that turn out?
It went very good. I mean, I like it. I mean, it sounds cool to me. I mean, it's like you're there, but you're not there. So it's all good, man. Oh, let me turn off the screen sharing over there.
Looks like we are just a little bit more than halfway through the year. We are just about halfway through 2023. What's the date? We're sitting at June 6th, it looks like. Hey, folks, in just about another 3 days, we will be featuring a Youth in Action event downtown in Denver, Colorado area. Try hitting us up at www.InnervisionRecords.org. And on the events page, you should be able to access all of the summer fun that we got planned, or at least through June there.
Yeah, and I'm planning on like setting a date for the next Youth in Action. It's almost like I don't want to reinvent the wheel, but in the same respect, I am reinventing the wheel, more or less. And then I sort of like thought like, well, maybe I should partner with Roxy, because I mean they're already doing it, right? And just have the event there, or maybe just we'll see how this event goes, because this is a location we have total control, but it's a lot of setup, because I got to bring the speakers and all that kind of stuff, and then I just thought I got to have somebody monitor it, because one time I was kind of plugging directly into the iPhone,
right,
and the distortion was just terrible. So if I would have known, I would have turned down the phone, and it would have been perfect. Because I mean, it's like plugged right into the board, so it's like feeding it directly. So I've elected Alan to be in another location to monitor it and shoot me over emails saying it's distorting too much or it's sounding just right, and yeah, it's going to be interesting. It's like kamikaze television. Oh man,
we're going to try to live stream that as well.
Oh yeah,
it's all because of you guys that we are able to do this type of stuff. we represent grassroots musicians, whether they're physically disabled or financially challenged. And sometimes that's both demographics right there, especially these days. Wow.
Yeah. Yeah. And what else? There was something else. Oh, I have a joke for you. Yeah. And husbands and wife and boyfriend, you probably can relate to this joke. Okay. Okay. So a lady and guy, they're at a party. Right. And the guy, he keeps going back for more cake. You know, he goes back one time, 2 times, and then the wife is getting kind of angry. She says, you're going to embarrass yourself because you keep going back and forth to get cakes. And he said, hold on for a second. Then he goes back and then he gets another cake, right?
Mm-hmm.
And she says, don't you feel ashamed that you just keep going back and getting a piece of cake? And then the husband says, and she says, don't you think people can look at you as a glutton? He says, no, because I just tell them that it's for you. Oh, man. So,
that's how to treat a lady right, man. You got to think of her first. And that's what you call putting the other person first. Boy, that.
Yeah. This lady, they do this. It's a show on KLZ that it's a lady who does the gun show. I forgot what the place is called, but she said that, and I said that's a good. I mean, it made me chuckle. I said, yeah, I can relate to that because because my wife to go get the cake, and she says she wants me to slow down. I said, well, if you want me to go up there with you, then they'll know it's me. But she says, okay, right. No, I'll go and get it for you. And it's like, so, oh man. So for all you cake lovers out there.
I guess you can have your cake and eat it too once in a while.
Oh yeah, definitely. Well,
so Friday is coming up really soon.
Oh yeah.
Wow, that's going to be pretty fun. It's going to be a first annual Youth in Action event that you've tried to do with Innervision FM. Is that right?
Yeah, and I've been inviting a lot of young people, and I don't know, it's kind of interesting because I know a lot of people they're into the playing the games and stuff. So I sort of went online and sort of like hit people up online and say, hey, this event, I might have been boost the event and then put in the age limit of I guess 16 and 25 and just really toss $50 in there and boost it. I hate giving money to Zuckerman. So I've been going into what's that called? Reddit. I've been going in there, LinkedIn, and then Eventbrite. I've been going in there as well. What is it says? Be My Eyes Done. What does that mean? Oh, okay. Anyway, and so I've been going in different places to promote this. We got someone in another state that she went and bought 2 tickets. She's from Virginia, and so she's been promoting on her Facebook. And Alan, you've been promoting it on yours, and I've been putting on mine. And then DJ Woogie, he's been doing his thing. And passing out a few tickets, which, we'll see how that goes. So we'll see what happens. If nothing else, it'll be like a nice screening. We can put it on TV and cut it up and make about 1, 2, 3, 4 shows out of it.
Well, if nothing else, it'll be a nice mellow event. There'll be some mentors there.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Looks like, what do we got? A real estate agent that's going to be there.
Oh yeah, and then Christian Brothers, they're going to be there. And then this guy named Reggie Rocco, which he's a music mogul, but he has this energy drink that he got some really heavy investors in it, and it looks like it's going to really be blowing up. And Reggie got some interesting story. Maybe I need to have him on the show. Do you know? Okay, a little bit of our conversation is going to be music topics. So this is one of those music topics. He says when he was working in Atlanta, and they would be creating the music and stuff like that. The chain of command they would once he got finished with this mixing and whatever, a person would come, take the recording. I'm not sure what it's like, MP3 recording, take it upstairs, and then they would pray evil chants over the song to put a spell on it for it to be a success.
Well, that's very interesting. I do know that in the heavy metal industry, that type of thing does tend to happen a little bit more than I suppose in the other music genres, but I suppose it could happen anywhere. Interesting.
Yeah. So he said he saw all kinds of things, and then he said one time, I guess he was I'm gonna think. It was I guess New Year's Eve, and you know how like it used to be like in Denver, which until they outlawed it, people could go outside and shoot their gun in the air, right? Boom,
Right.
boom, boom, boom. And Pasadena, California, in '81, I mean, it sounded like a war zone. So I guess he's probably 12 years, maybe 15 years younger than me, right?
Okay.
Maybe 10 years. Okay. So he said he was in Atlanta, and he said, he had just got this new gun and he wanted to try it out. so he goes outside, bang, 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 right? And then he comes back in, and then he cradles the gun like against his stomach, and the gun is loaded, right? And he said, and then he thought about it. He says, I could have shot myself the way I was holding the gun.
Oh my.
And it's like, he just didn't think about, he just thought, this is kind of cool. I could just shoot my gun in the air. And so Reggie has like just a lot of, and he brings these, I got to tell you this one. Now, it's a little bit of, this is not so much music news, but that there are some places I don't know if it's so much in the United States, but it's in some countries where they have figured out how to take melon, it makes your skin color, and package it in either a powder form or something like that, and they sell it to other people that want the melon. And he showed me this video, and I need to watch it again.
Okay.
To get the gist of it. But could you imagine? I mean, I know people will sell anything, but this group of you are selling melon, and then there's some places. I got the hiccups now. And then my thing says it's time to drink water. Oh yeah. Okay. All right, Sherlock. Okay. There's some places that they take body parts and they sell those too. But yeah, we know about that for rich people in other countries. Yeah, I need a new liver. I need a new, what is that, kidney. So just take it from anybody. And I think it especially happens in some countries we're having a struggle with, who ship went in front of our army ship, and they're being very provocative.
Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and you guys in the Innervision FM universe, you never know what you're going to get. We could be talking about melanin.
Selling.
We could be talking about the harvesting of all kinds of different stuff. Wow, interesting. We could talk about music topics. Wow.
Oh, definitely. Yes. And I still see on YouTube that Tina Turner is still trending. And do you know, okay, I'm going to ask my phone this. Judge Joe Brown says that Ike had a foundation to rescue women out of bad situations. So I'm going to ask my phone. Is there a Ike Turner Foundation?
Be interesting to find out what kind of foundation that Ike Turner might have founded. He, wow. What'd you find out there, Johnny?
Well, he does have one. I think it's called a blues.org. Yeah, it's called the Blues Foundation. But that's, let's see. Okay. So he does have like a blues foundation, but I heard he had another one. And as I was listening to the Tina Turner story, she said that he would write songs and then they would get a hit and then they would leave the band. So she was saying that was the reason why she stayed so long. But then Judge Joe Brown said that she was the mean one, and they just decided to make up this whole story and made him the bad guy because he used to have this foundation that used to help women out of bad situations. But that's not talked about.
Wow.
So I want to do some more research because I wish I would have known Judge Joe Brown when he was alive. I mean, when Ike Turner was alive, because then we would have the horse there, because he said Tina used to cuss out the kids when they would come by drive by the car. If Tina was in the car, she would roll down the window and say, "Get away from my car," And
Wow.
Judge, man, because he's around the same age, maybe he's a little bit younger. Yeah, he is a little bit younger than, and he said, Ike would always have him, hey, stay in school and stuff like that.
Wow.
And so, man, I don't know how we can verify that, because now they're both gone. I mean, well, even if she was here, or like if there's anybody alive around that time, ladies and gentlemen, if you know anybody around that time, if you know anybody that's old enough to know Ike Turner and Tina Turner, inboxes at info@InnervisionFM, because I would be interested to find out what is a real story and how did they decide. It's almost like selling your soul to the devil. Say, hey, you want to be famous? Okay, you're not, you left Ike and now you're not really doing much of anything, but you want to get back into business. And she, say, yeah, well, this is the deal. Maybe not today, but down the line, we need to tell your story, put it in the movie, and it's just our plan of feminizing men or exploiting that we don't want toxic men characters in our society. So we're going to make up a story with you to accentuate that. That's what Judge Joe Brown said. He says there was just a ploy to put more of a negative bent on toxic masculinity.
Wow.
So
it's definitely a strange world that we do live in, where up does seem to be down and down does seem to be up, and sideways is the right ways, and sometimes the right way is sometimes the wrong way. And wow, don't forget to leave a comment down below on whatever platform you're checking us out on. We are also on your smart speaker. If you ask your favorite smart speaker to play KINV
Innervision FM.
DB Innervision FM, you should be able to tune us in there 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Go ahead.
And we're also looking for somebody that knows QuickBook, an accountant that knows QuickBook. Because right now, I'm sort of hooked my employees up with our finance schedule of who got paid what and all that kind of stuff. And the QuickBook is quite interesting. And so far I've been able to find people that know Excel and they want to use the Excel, but I said that's not going to really help me, because if I want to have a report made, how are you going to do it if we're using Excel? So, no, man, it's going to be interesting putting that together. But it's going to be fun.
It's going to be a whole lot of fun. Speaking of fun, you started a school with your nonprofit to help service the disabled recording artist, musician. Tell us a little bit about that school.
Okay, so it's Innervision FM school. It's we want to work mostly with blind and disabled announcers, and right now we're waiting on some grants to come in. We got two. I mean, you get sometimes more no's than yeses, but we wrote a lot of grants. And matter of fact, I just got a thing that says, hey, come back, apply for some more grants, which I might just go back in there and do something like that until, we start getting some yeses. Matter of fact, me and Alan, we did one with, I forgot the name of the group. And I think it went very well, but we'll see what happens,
We did one with the KINV-DB Foundation. There were a couple others.
Oh, yeah. And so, it's just kind of get fun because, I think it's great to have like a internet radio station, but what good is it if you can't, pay the staff, because they're providing great content for your station. So why not, pass a little dough that way? So it's, we're trying to work on the finances part, probably looking for some more sponsors as well. And, so we just kind of get the word out there. If you want to be a part of that, toss us an email over at info@InnervisionFM.com, and we'll go from there. Yeah.
Later in the year, you're going to be also doing a remake of a movie that really puts you on the charts. You're one of the first film producers in the business that happens to be blind, right?
Right. So yeah, and we created this thing called Even Me, and it was like I think I started working on it in 1990, and then the actors and actresses came together, and mostly this was the first time, and it was just kind of fun. It was fun. You could find the first one on YouTube. It's just I think I did a hashtag Even Me, something like that. But just look up Innervision, Even Me, Innervision FM, and it'll come up. And so far, it has like about 90 something views. So it's kind of cool that we get something out there. And so I want to remake it and bring it up to date, and then just put it out there and see where it goes. So
it's interesting because film festivals are still pretty big. With the advent of artificial intelligence, I mean, who knows what's going to happen in this kind of thing. You've had your experience with using AI to sort of help with writing scripts and whatnot. So, you never know what could happen if you fed that concept into that and see what it comes up with.
Yeah, because I mean, I lost the original script, but I was just looking at the film and writing it out. But I could say, based on this, update it.
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Okay. And also they have this AI, and I've been playing around with it. I haven't got to play around. I got a 7-day free trial, so I'm play around, where you can make an audio book, put in music, sound effects, all that kind of stuff. And I sort of want to, like, if you put in a sound effect, let's see, I was in a school playground and I was beating up this kid, and would have put in the sounds of fighting, Oh man, it was like, that'd be kind of cool. I mean, wow. Could you imagine how much time? That would just save.
It's going to be interesting because the recording artist, the filmmaker, the producer, the director, man, it's all going to be controlled and utilized by just using a AI. It's going to be great.
Oh yeah. So great things are coming up. And man, it makes me say, I want to, as soon as we get through with this, I'm going to, business first. I'll take care of the QuickBook first, but then I'm going to go play with that AI a little bit.
That's right.
That's right. So anyway, so we want to invite you to the youth market. It's the address is 158 South Federal, and it's between Alameda and Federal. Oh, and this, I don't know if I told you, I had this guy that he wanted to be one of the speakers there, but
Oh, did I lose you? Looks like we lost Johnny. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to get this ironed out and figured out. Don't forget to join us Friday. That's going to be June 9th. And I'll also be working a little bit with Youth on Record on 10th of June as well. So that's going to be what we'll be doing with InnervisionRecords.org. God be with you guys, and God be with all of us. We will see you, God willing, in the Innervision FM universe tomorrow.